Hi Shiv, thank you for sending in your next and final letter and essay. Well done, doing so well, keeping going, working really hard. So this is a lovely letter. So your neighbour owns a small dog that barks. Write a letter requesting something be done. And from the way you've started and the way you've finished this, we're assuming you know this neighbour quite well, which is fine. Dear John, hope you're doing good. Now, that is fine in American English, strictly speaking, because I'm English. I'm going to correct that, and I hope you are doing well, or I hope all is well with you. Will be okay. Doing good is very American, so I don't like that. Doing well is officially correct. Okay, I'm writing to complain about your dog's excessive barking. I'm writing, um, yes, I think you need to be a bit more subtle on that. I'm writing this rather difficult message, yeah, because you're going in a little bit heavy there, and you're going in a little bit hard, direct. Writing this rather difficult message to complain about your dog's excessive barking. As you know, I work overnight as a construction worker and love my sleep during the day. Love, yeah, desperately need my sleep during the day. However, Tommy seems to be acting weird now. Seems to be acting weird lately is okay. I think just to put in some better grammar for, because this is an exam basically, seems to have been, might be better, present perfect started in the past and is still going. But you've got very nice present perfect continuous you would have there, so that is good. Seems to have been acting weird recently and often barks relentlessly for hours. Good. I like to know if Tommy is, we've got doing well and doing well there. Maybe, I wonder if, maybe, possibly, Tommy is ill or suffering in some way. Question mark. So you're writing an indirect question. I think it's very important here to just remember to show off your language. You're obviously very competent, but maybe Tommy's ill or suffering in some way is better than doing well again, because you've got that there. As a dog nerd myself, lovely. It seems to be a bit out of character for a dog of his breed to bark all the time. Bit more. As a suggestion, I think it might be a great idea to take him to a vet for an examination or try changing his diet. Well done, that's all perfect. Really, really good. I love Tommy, but but because his barking is affecting my sleep, I feel it will affect my performance at work. Impact on. Try not to repeat yourself. I would also like to request you, again, just a little bit more informal now. I know you've got the lovely phrases which you are knowing, you showing me, which is fantastic, but maybe you could, or maybe you might, keep him indoors, as this would provide some isolation from the noise. Yeah, at least for a few hours. Yeah, just keep it soft and yet polite. Hopefully the doctor, so definitely not doctor, I go definitely vet, like you've said it before, be able to examine him and find out what's going on and discover what's going on with him. Also, do let me know. Just emphatic, do let me know if you need any assistance finding a good one. You could just put one because you've already put vet there, so you don't need to repeat. Best regards, comma, really nice. Okay, that's a very, very good letter. Just a few little things in there to note, and also too long. Yeah, 20 minutes for this, and do your task 2 first. Task 2 has 70% of the marks compared to task 1, so it's really not worth spending more than 20 minutes on this. Put your main effort into the other one, and I know you can do this quickly anyway. So green energy. Nowadays, most green energy is becoming ever more prevalent in developed and developing countries. Some argue they reduce costs and are better for the environment. Others believe they're a serious threat. So both views and opinion. With the advent of the mechanization era, energy has become one of the most fundamental commodities of the 21st century. Okay. Some believe renewable energy sources could potentially threaten the country's sovereignty and integrity. Personally, I strongly disagree. That's a very interesting way to start. Mechanization, yeah, good. Advent of, I'm not sure about. Advent of makes me think of 200, 300 years ago. It might be relative to the rapid growth of. Advent of, so many students use this. It's a little bit overused, and in English we don't use it. So I think something a little bit more like this would be just a bit more natural. So with the rapid growth, or given the rapid growth is quite nice actually. Given the rapid growth, I really like that, of the mechanization era, energy has become one of the most fundamental commodities. Good. Some believe renewable energy sources could potentially threaten. Yep, good. Really nice, good start. On the one hand, products associated with renewable sources of power are usually eco-friendly and create far less noise pollution. Rather than unlike, you need to have compared to traditional vehicles using or maybe relying, depending, on petrol and diesel. Okay, renewable sources of power, you need to tell me what you mean here, including hydro or electric. Yeah, we need to be more specific though, or solar, for example. Eco-friendly, yeah, okay. Now, here you've got compared to vehicles, and here you've got products. So I'm thinking it's just not quite consistent. Products are associated, yeah, are eco-friendly compared to traditional vehicles. So you're comparing a product and a vehicle, which doesn't quite work. Conditional. You could have compared to those, just be a bit more vague. Those relying on. Okay, those relying on petrol and diesel. So I would almost take out vehicles. As soon as you say this, I'm thinking of cars, and then I'm thinking here you should be having cars here, just to connect that. Do you see what I mean? The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, power sources like solar and wind have zero emissions, thus significantly reducing, let's get an adverb in here, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. Secondly, batteries running on solar power are cheaper to install and are more financially viable. We would say great, we would say more financially. You're comparing financially viable option for impoverished global citizens to do what? What are they going to do with them? Yeah, to access computers or even lights. Yeah, so why do I want these batteries? This is what they're going to do. Just finishing that line. For example, recent studies showed that since the introduction of Tesla cars and other such products, the overall emission of harmful gases and high-pitched sounds has been reduced by passive here. Reduced by 5%. Only 5%? Yeah, let's make it a bit more dramatic. 24%. Therefore, it's conclusively clear that renewable energy could, not only create a peaceful environment, especially in congested cities, but also provide better air quality, reducing the possibility. Yeah, very nice. Good paragraph. Well argued. Just be consistent on whether you're talking about cars all the way through, or whether you're talking about lots of different things. On the other hand, some prominent national security analysts, excellent, argue that the green energy sources are being exploited militarily, good, and could have a detrimental effect, or maybe which could. I mean, the exploitation could have the detrimental effect. This is largely because, unlike solar, water is an important player in energy demand, and rivers with certain directional flows could easily be manipulated by the source countries to gain political. Wow. The potential power offered by rivers. It's not the river that I mean, yes, it's kind of the river that maybe I want, but also let's get back to this idea of power. It's the power potential offered by the river, which could be manipulated. That is a really very intelligent point and very beautifully made. For example, a recent report by the Indian government stated that 20 out of 30 Indian rivers originate from China and hold massive control. China, who holds? So who, because it's the country, holds massive control over water flows with the use of dams. Yes, water flows and energy supply. Keep it really tight, relating back all the time to the title. Thus, if India and China were engaged in war, these water reserves might play a pivotal role. Oh, how depressing! But yes, gosh. To conclude, comrade to that, I firmly believe that the energy sources could be weaponized. You don't need yet, though, and you will weaponize the immediate health and environmental benefits that justify investment costs and no, just investment costs. I would avoid this kind of phrase, advantages at disadvantages, because it's just what we call empty phrase. You could put it in any IELTS essay, and it's just a bit lazy because you've told me them. So just here, these are the dangers, but these are the benefits. So you don't need this. It's predicted that different methods to create new energy is a never-ending process, and increasing growing importance, absolutely, and be prioritised. Okay, by governments and citizens, obviously. But that's a really, really nice essay, Shiv. Well done. You've worked fantastically well. How do I think you're doing? I mean, I think you're absolutely on a band 7. I think you're doing really well. If you could keep this up, yeah, produce this kind of work in the exam. Really, really happy with this. It could be that you would score higher than that. Your vocab's good. The coherence is looking great. Yeah, I mean, you're really, really doing well here. What are you looking to score, and when are you doing your exam? I'd love to know. And also, if you want to keep going, you are now able to buy an essay correction pack at a greatly reduced price. If you want to keep going with 9 more essay practices, that'd be lovely to work with you again. Thank you.